Okay, the next video we're gonna talk about is the playoff breakdown for the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this series has been nothing but offense. Not too much defense has been played in this series. Like I said, you going two teams that like to score and get and just run offense all game. Like I said, the Clippers are the better offensive team, but I believe the Houston Rockets got better defenders. Even though they playing without Patrick Beverly, who will be huge. I want to make that in a video. Patrick Beverly will be huge in this series because he allows the team to play straight up defense. Like right now, they putting James Harden on Chris Paul. They putting Trevor Ariza on Chris Paul. Patrick Beverly can play Chris Paul 1-on-1 and play the pick and roll right with Dwight Howard or Terrence Jones or Josh Smith. So Patrick Beverly injury has been huge in this series for the Rockets. They needed him real bad to hold Chris Paul and to hold Austin Rivers so they can have the regular matchup and not no mismatches on the defensive end. Now, the Houston Rockets have really been struggling in this series because Doc Rivers is basically out coaching Kevin McHale on all ends of the court. Like, obviously, we know he's a better coach, but the reason why this series has been embarrassing right now, they lost game one without Chris Paul. James Harden stepped up and took game two like an MVP caliber player should do. Game three, Austin Rivers stepped up, but it was mostly because of the bad fundamentals of the Houston Rockets defense, fouling when they don't have to foul, not going for the blocks, not playing good on ball defense. And the Houston Rockets, I thought they was gonna have some good defense against this team, but their defense have been terrible. And I mostly blame it on the coaching. They, like you said on B-ball breakdown, Coach Nick just showed you they just terrible. And when you watch the series, they don't try enough. They don't put enough effort on the defensive end. They lackadaisical, and that's going to hurt them in the championship series of going against good teams. And I think it's fixable though. I think the Houston Rockets still in this series because they just can score the basketball. If they clean up, like the Houston Rockets are just badly coached to me. They just gotta clean it up. They clean up their turnovers, clean up their mistakes, clean up their defense. They just playing nonchalant. They playing comfortable. They playing like it's a regular season game. And honestly, it's a playoff game. You playing for a championship. You not playing for a 50-win season. You not playing for an MVP. You playing for the thing that only matters and the only reason why you play a regular season game, which is winning a championship. And the Houston Rockets just don't have that urgency. They don't have that care. They not playing like they want it. They ain't playing like a championship team like I thought they was. They playing like a mediocre second. They playing like a first round seventh or eighth seed, making mistakes, not executing, being sloppy on the defensive end, giving up easy basket, taking plays off. They playing like a team that just got in the playoffs for the first time, and the Houston Rockets been in the playoffs for the last 3 years, and they really has not learned anything from their mistakes. They still doing the same shit that got them put out in the first round 2 years in a row. They got out of the first round because the Dallas Mavericks just been injured and banged up, and they just didn't have no defense. Now they playing against a team that can actually win a championship, and they getting exposed like the Hawks and the Memphis Grizzlies exposing the Golden State Warriors. Houston getting exposed with their execution and their defense. The Clippers are taking it at them. The Clippers are executing, making them moving the ball around, knocking down their wide open threes, knocking on their wide open mid range. They taking advantage of the horrible sloppy defense of the Houston Rockets, and they executing. On the other end, the Houston Rockets are just not executing at all offensively or defensively. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly was wrong. I thought Houston was ready to take the next step. I thought Houston was ready to show that they were championship contenders. But against the Clippers, they did the exact opposite so far in the first three games. That I'm starting to believe that this series is over. They still, if they win today, they still can win this series and still win it in six, like I said. But the way Doc Rivers has been coaching, the way the Clippers have been executing, it's going to be hard for the Houston Rockets to keep up with the Clippers. Like I said, they just can't stop the Clippers offense because they're not trying. They're not locked in. They're not engaged defensively, and they're not putting enough care and effort to win this series. And that's why the Clippers have just been exposing them. And I think that this series is going to be over with the Clippers in 6. I think Houston win one more game, and the Clippers going to win the rest. If that, like, I think the Clippers is going, they're going to go up 4-1. If the Houston don't win today, the series is over in 6 at the max. I think Houston done in 5, the way they've been playing and the way Doc Rivers has been coaching against this team and the way his team has came out and executed and knocked down a wide open threes and mid-range shots and taking the best shot available and keeping the ball moving and keeping the ball floor spaced out. I think that the Clippers are obviously the better team. They the better coach team, and they just play like a championship caliber team. I honestly think this is the time for the Clippers to make it out of the second round and actually have a chance to win a championship. Everybody said it this year was the Clippers' year to make a run at the championship. They thought they was gonna be the number one team in the West. They thought they was gonna come out the West, and now it's looking like the Clippers are hungry. They ready, and they ready to go to the NBA Finals and compete for a championship. And now people can stop saying Chris Paul ain't clutch. Chris Paul doesn't step up. Chris Paul puts up good stats and he just can't win out of the second round. It's looking like Chris Paul getting out of the second round. Chris Paul stepped up in the Spurs series. Chris Paul took over the Spurs series. And Chris Paul is a franchise player. He is one of the best point guards in the league. Top 2 point guards. Him and Steph Curry are the 2 best point guards in the league. And it's kind of a tie to me because Steph Curry is more of a scorer than a facilitator. So I think 1 and 1A are the best point guards in the league. And honestly, Chris Paul, finally, I'm happy for him. It's looking like he going to get out of the second round in 5 or 6 games. And he going to be able to rest his hamstring and get ready for Golden State or Memphis, who I don't know who going to win that series. So now it looks like Chris Paul can finally shake off Skip Bayless. He can finally shake off all his haters that's on my YouTube channel. Chris Paul has shown against the Spurs and against the Rockets why he's one of the best players, top 5 players in the NBA. And he gonna get out of the second round this year because the Houston Rockets, if they don't clean it up, they don't start executing, they gonna follow their way out and execute their way out of the playoffs. So this game is pivotal. If the Houston Rockets don't play with no urgency, they don't try hard enough, they gonna keep getting exposed by a championship team. Let's see what the Houston Rockets are going to do in this series. I had to make this video because I picked the Rockets and I'm disappointed for the way they've been playing. They're not playing like a championship team right now. They playing like they want to lose and go home. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to check out my older videos. If you like this video and you like my older videos, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed today and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Queen Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.